It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the midday show. I'm going to tell you.
Bless you.
What was that?
Jay sneezed.
Wow. Scared me. Welcome to the show. Was that a sneeze? Or was that a scream?
It was
sounded
a sneeze.
like a scream.
It was a sneeze.
Welcome to the midday show. We are live here in Boca Raton, Florida, to all our friends that know us and those that don't. We have a nice show for you today.
Low key. Low key show.
The morning show is very strange.
Trying to teach Freddie their generation slang. I don't even know what to tell you.
You know, there are English words in the English vocabulary for some of the things they say. But what they say with the shortcut version, it seems like it's contagious and all of them say it.
It is.
So if you don't know the verse, how can you sing with the choir?
I don't know, but happy Wednesday, everyone, back in regular language. In language of the cafe, we've got a great show, which means Dana Sardano of the Ubuntu Room is here in the house. Today we're talking about throat chakra, so everything that is blue. And we have, I call him Freddie. Is his name Freddie?
That's Pravda.
Pravda. Why do I call him Freddie?
Why would you call him Freddie?
Probably because the first time I was here, I brought that mug to Freddie.
Maybe.
And maybe you're making the connection.
I'm honest with myself and others and speak and live authentically.
That ain't me.
That's really not you.
You. I'm his cousin.
You're Freddie. This is Pravda. If you're looking to clear your throat chakra and you want one of these great mugs with the great crystals that come with it, and of course, there's always a piece of candy that goes with it. So today is the blue dum dum, which is so funny. Maybe it is
blue
Freddie.
dum dum.
No, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, that's why you call him Freddie, because he has a blue dum dum.
I did not even know. And
wow.
a bag of probably blue crystals that go with everything to open up your throat chakra. And for all you ladies, ready, buckle up, as I say, because your throat chakra is exactly where your thyroid is. And most women I know out there, there is a huge increase of women with thyroid disease, whether it be Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, and a lot of it comes from our inability, if you believe in the coincidence between physical manifestations and spiritual, what's coming out, it's due to your throat chakra. You are not speaking your truth. So today we step in and speak our truth. That came from them, not me.
Oh my God! I gotta tell you, this is the first time I seen a guy. This is a boy.
Yes, that's Pravda. I don't know why it's Pravda.
Why is the throat chakra a male?
Why is the throat chakra a male?
There's a longer story, but there's a couple males. Jack, the root chakra, is a male, and Amo, the heart chakra, is a male. So there's the 7, 3 of them are males. Like I said, there's no time for the story. When I drew them, there's no rhyme or reason. Their names have a rhyme or reason, but the characters themselves are just whatever comes through, comes through.
So all of these drawings are what you drew, your visions?
Yeah.
Even the males have big eyes. Woo-hoo.
A lot of good stuff. And if you believe, I feel like today's show is going to be titled If You Believe. If you believe in the woo, or if you don't, you definitely believe in the wizard. So the Wizard of Oz is joining us on set. We're actually waiting for Toto to come join us. We've got the Scarecrow in the house. I'm not sure if the Cowardly Lion is making it or not, but pretty exciting.
The lion is in jury duty.
The Cowardly Lion, he's stepping into his voice as well, and he's no longer cowardly.
They took him.
Because he had it all along, he was never the coward.
That's because we got Heather back, now he takes her place.
Anyway, a lot of great stuff. The show opens on Friday at the William G. Scaff Center up in West Palm Beach. That is where we saw Jesus Christ Superstar.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable occasion, yes. We had the kids, all these kids came with us.
We're gonna tap. It looks like Toto might have arrived. Are you Toto? Toto has arrived, so we're gonna get into that as well. So a lot of cool stuff. You know, when I first met you, I always called you the wizard, because behind your magic curtain, all these great things would happen.
No, that's not why you call me wizard.
Why did I call you wizard?
Because you thought I was weird.
No.
Yeah.
No, you always would make magic happen for people.
No, don't say that. That's not true. It didn't make nothing happen. It was
Prado,
an experience.
step into your power, your authentic
Lord.
voice.
I'm going to hold on to this and put it on my shirt. Oh, did you see what I found?
You found Mickey Mouse. Yeah. And anyone tuning in right now says, what are they even talking about? Did they even talk to human beings? I know.
No, because Dana's in the house.
Because we're talking the Woo, we're talking the Wizard, we've got Toto, we've got Scarecrow, we've got Dana Sardano of the UBU Ubuntu room.
And where are we going tomorrow?
And tomorrow we're going to be at Tiki and Coffee, which is right down the street on 2nd Avenue. It is a great new coffee dessert location that has just opened up. They had their soft launch last week. We're going to be live on location tomorrow. Brooklyn Cafe show at the Tiki and Coffee. Cool stuff going on.
And Heather and Jay will be on the side experimenting and looking at all their desserts and stuff that they have.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing a little something different.
Sounds good.
And I invited everybody. I invited Sally, Bob is coming. I invited everybody. So if I didn't invite you, I'm sorry. I'm inviting you now. Come on down. Let's welcome a new member to the community, to the neighborhood. They're right down the street from us, next to Dunkin' Donuts.
All right. So more to come. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Finding the world's best coffee. Nothing can stop Don Pablo from getting you the rarest coffees. Traveling across continents, climbing the highest mountains, overcoming immense obstacles, all for the quest of greatness. Experience this excitement with every sip.
Looking for music that brings back the memories? True Oldies FLA is South Florida's premier destination for timeless hits from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Brought to you by M2 TV Network. Broadcasting across multiple FM and HD stations, including 95.3 FM in Delray Beach and Boca Raton, 95.9 FM in Palm Beach County, 96.9 FM in Broward County and North Miami-Dade, and 106.9 FM on the Treasure Coast. True Oldies, FLA. Feel good music that spans generations.
Now is your opportunity to spotlight your business at Rock Meets Soul, March the 21st at Misner Park Amphitheater. The event features Rock and Roll Hall of Famer John Oates and the Good Road Band, alongside Firefall, Radio, Randy Hall, and John Ford Coley. In partnership with the Brooklyn Cafe TV show, the evening includes exclusive red carpet interviews streamed live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, with additional promotion through True Oldies Radio on 95.3 FM and 96.9 FM. Sponsorship partners like you receive high visibility brand placement across event media, on-stage recognition, LED signage, and direct access to a passionate audience of live music fans. Become a sponsor today and put your brand center stage on the red carpet and in front of music lovers across South Florida.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. I gotta fix my mic.
You're good over there? All right, so we're pretty excited because the magic of the Wizard of Oz is upon us. So we've got a promo piece, and then we're going to introduce you to Ace and Nick. We've got Scarecrow and Toto-ish in the house. So take a look.
Somewhere over the rainbow, magic is coming to South Florida. Join Entr'Acte Theatrix for their spectacular live presentation of The Wizard of Oz, a timeless journey down the yellow brick road filled with music, heart, and unforgettable performances the whole family will love. Meet the cast. Live on the Brooklyn Cafe show, Wednesday, February 25th, 12 p.m. Then experience the magic in person. Live performances run February 26th through March 14th. Get your tickets now at palmbeachtheatre.org. Don't miss the adventure, the music, and the magic of The Wizard of Oz. Brought to life by Entr'Acte Theatrix.
And we're back.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Do you remember?
Oh my gosh, my all-time favorite.
Did you see the play also?
I've seen everything, I think.
We used to watch it in the Bronx, and
Follow the yellow brick
we
road.
only had one giant TV. It was black and white, and we got to see the original.
It's pretty cool, right?
Very cool, and then they redid it in color and everything else. It's really cool. But I'm excited to find out what they have up their sleeve.
Because the magic was always within you. You had it all along. Great message, right? Think about the message that was created.
All right, Lucy, take it easy.
All right, guys, we're going to head over to the other side of the theater where we're following the yellow brick road over to the magic. We've got Ace, we've got Nick. Welcome, guys. Welcome, gentlemen, to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having us.
All right, tell us about the performance.
We are performing in the William G. Scaff Center, and it's going to be from the 26th to the 14th of March. 26th of February, obviously. And I'm your Scarecrow.
I'm Toto, to a certain degree. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. We've got a wonderful cast. Our Dorothy is an absolute delight. I couldn't imagine anybody else being our Dorothy.
Gorgeous voice. Gorgeous.
Wonderful voice. Cries every time we hear Somewhere Over the Rainbow, without fail. Our Glinda,
Absolutely.
definitely
Yeah.
cries
She
every
can't
time.
even be in the same room. It's like,
No,
okay, you're
not
going to have
once.
to step out.
I'm curious about the dog. Tell me about how they do the puppeteer for the dog.
So Toto is a puppet. We didn't want to have to risk, working with live animals. It's fun, but it's very challenging, and it is a very small space, so we didn't want to risk any kind of upsets or accidents. So we do have a puppet. He's very mobile. It's very fun. It's been fun finding the voice for the dog. I did somewhat refuse to bark like a dog throughout the entire rehearsal process, so we kept trialing different kinds of just like, bark, this is a bark, right? Things like that of that nature. But now we've definitely locked it down, and he's very fun. It seems to be a cross between a toy dog and a mop in a very real way. He does have ears, a tail, his own little mouth. So yeah, half the time I do think you guys interact with the dog more than me.
Of course.
I'm starting to
minute.
feel less and less real. I'm starting to think the dog's the real one and I might be the puppet at this point. But
Did you say this dog talks?
to a certain extent, in the way any dog will talk. But during the rehearsal process, we weren't quite sure how we were going to have that go on. So there was a time when we fell on different accents of barks and ended up with a very Russian Toto for a bit. And we're like, no, we can't do that. But it was fun. It was fun.
Now she runs all over the place with the dog in her arm. And are you dressed like a dog, or are you using strings? I'm confused.
He's got a couple sticks attached to him. It's very Jim Henson in a way, but I'm not hidden underneath whatever counter exists. But the sticks do it detached, so he does go into the basket sometimes. He does get carried at times, and other times I just have to hunch over at the waist, piloting 2 sticks on a very short dog, chasing after the rest of the cast.
Smokes, that must be. Okay, I got to see this.
Have you been a puppeteer before, or this is new?
No, I've been a puppeteer. I've worked with our company for about 13 years now.
Oh, wow.
And we did Little Shop of Horrors, and I was a couple of the puppets for Audrey too, for the plant. Not gonna lie, the dog's actually a lot more comfortable than the plant. But yeah, I've done a lot of things with this company and a lot of shows. So yeah, it's not the first time I've done puppets, but I think it's the first time I've done a dog.
How'd you become a puppeteer?
Accident. But no, just anytime Carlo was asking after something, I always said I was game, and it just kind of grew from there. So yeah, it's kind of just happened to turn into a skill at this point.
13 years.
Yes, yeah.
Well, that's a career.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about sometimes that it's been that long.
And Ace, tell us about Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, I always like to get the philosophical side of it, because I remember reading it in high school, and I think the Scarecrow is very important because the allegory is that he carries on the message of Americans who are poorly educated. So he has no brain, so he's part of the poorly educated who are taken advantage of. And the Tin Man is the oil companies with no heart, and the lion represents politicians with no courage. So that's how I look at it. He's just very goofy. Obviously, he has no brain. It's funny, I just did Rocky with this company, and I played Rocky, and I had half a brain, so now I have no brain. So I'm wondering if maybe the next one I'll get a brain. We'll see.
It's so interesting. When you read it in high school, was that the interpretation by the class, or was that your own interpretation?
That was the interpretation that we came up with unanimously, because it's about the farm girl. I mean, it's about Dorothy chiming into a fantasy and going through this fever dream and experiencing everything that she is experiencing at the time. It's the early 1900s, so they were going through the Dust Bowl. They were going through having a hard time with crops and everything growing and stuff like that. And so that was all very real, just as it is now.
It's funny, when they redid The Wizard of Oz, right? Because you went to see it. The Green Lady, the singer and all that. Mm-hmm. It seems to have more of an impact. I mean, back in the day, it had an impact because of the way they did it. You know, there was different things that they put together. But it seems to be having a bigger impact now on the younger kids of what's going on. More people are seeing it. A lot of people, there was a hit in the movies. I mean, you had a singer there that was tremendous, and they even timed how long she held that note. They did a contest and all that. But it seems to be more of the message. And I've watched The Wizard of Oz 100 times. I never thought of it the way you just explained it. And my goodness, you hit it right on the head. I've never thought of the Wizard, because I was a kid and I was saying, oh, they're in Maryland, there's a dog running around, mushroom, munch guys. But the way you just explained it makes so much sense.
It can definitely be dissected a lot. I think that's what's important about it. And especially because it's so timeless. We even talked about how there's a number in the show that really dates it. It's called Jitterbug, and it's because it's a jitterbug dance, so it reflected the time too heavily, so they took that out of the movie because they wanted to make that more timeless. And it worked. It really worked. It sticks around. Anytime you watch it now, it just carries beautifully with whatever's going on at the time. And we can dissect each character. We can go through the wizard and how he's not necessarily like a terrible person, but obviously he's a bad wizard. And Glinda and Elphaba, obviously we just had the recent Wicked franchise come out, and it really dissects what's good and having good intentions and still doing something bad, or having bad intentions and appearing to be good. So it does, it's going to carry on for a while, because the deeper you look into it, even Toto, I mean, Toto in the book is kind of the weight for me, actually, because when you read the book, they describe everything in the beginning just as it is in the movie. It's very gray, and they even describe Auntie M as gray. Like, she's got gray hair, and her eyes are just so lost of hope that they've gone gray too. And the only thing that keeps the light in that world tends to be Toto. And the reason why it works so well in the movie too is you see that love between her and Toto, and that way when Miss Gulch comes in, she's attacking the only happiness that Dorothy has. There's a lot of angles to look at this story, and of course it's just fun. Like, it's honestly a lot of fun to do, and it's really colorful, and I think it's really important in a time like this when everything's so heavy, and it's really hard to, even for us as a cast, we notice that, like, we step outside and the world is just not what we want it to be. We're all trying to figure things out right now. It's nice to step into a fantasy world and actually kind of paint it with different colors so we can understand it better.
It's
unbelievable.
And the way they do it there, it's at the same place.
Mm-hmm.
The way you guys have limited space. You have to take advantage of the space. When we went to see Jesus Christ Superstar, they were coming out the back, they were coming out the curtains, they were coming out of everywhere. So I understand the challenges of that thing. But what an opportunity it is to do this. Whether you're a dog or not, it's still an opportunity to accomplish this. And you guys must be like really excited about what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're absolutely ecstatic. We cannot wait. We're just thrilled to pieces. The entrances and exits for the cast have not changed. We will be coming from every direction you can think of and more, so do keep your head on a swivel.
Right, the north, the south, the east, and the west.
Absolutely. Over the rainbow, under the rainbow.
Yep.
Everything.
Back
Who
to Kansas.
chooses the play? Who chooses the script that you perform for the shows?
That's with the production team. That's between our executive producer, Vicky Halmost, our associate producer, Greg, company manager, Carlo. And then, of course, like anything else, it does come down to rights, licensing. Can we get it? Has somebody else gotten it? So we always have a fair amount in the pocket to think about, and then we just kind of narrow it down from there.
Wow, that's a challenge.
But the message is timeless, right?
It is.
Because I think when you and I were growing up, a lot before they were, it was The Wizard of Oz as kids. And if you didn't read it and you didn't analyze it, and if you see Wicked, you start to think. You start to really think it through on their performances because they put more of what's happening in society. And you realize there's so much more to this book than we actually were taught. Because I think back in the day, we weren't taught certain things, but
it wasn't
now
talked
it's much
about.
more of an intellectual society. Their generation is much more thoughtful in the way things really matter politically. And
it wasn't talked about. We didn't talk about any of those things that you touched on, but my goodness gracious, somebody was really on the ball with this thing. Brilliant. I just have a whole new perspective on this now because it makes sense. If you think about it, back in the day, you think about it now, you think about it, everything in between, it just makes sense. And the yellow brick road.
And yet, is it any different now than it was then?
I gotta tell you.
Right? Politics and oil and
it just changes my whole perspective on this play. Guys are just blowing my mind here right now. It's unbelievable.
It really hasn't changed. All these years later, we're still in the same conundrum as we were then.
You know, we've been doing this a long time, and we got to see the guy who was in Jesus Christ Superstar. We went to his birthday party at the movie theater, and he gave us a picture and everything else.
Oh, from the movie,
From the movie. And it was amazing because we got to meet him. And my brother loved him, and he was 80 years old, and we got to experience that. And then we got to see the play, not only the movie, then we went out to see the play with this company, which again, it just floored me how much you can do in such a small, limited amount of space, and how quick the cuts are and all the things. And G-Man, he didn't know anything about what was going on, and I'm explaining it to him as the play is going on. He's like, people are like, shut up. Remember this thing?
You didn't read
the book? It was unreal. But now I'm going to be sitting there, I'm going to say, look at this, and look at that, and oh my God, he said this, and he said that.
What do you love most, Nick, about this show?
Oh God, having to pick one thing. I think it's the way this cast has come together and how those relationships have grown into our performances. The characters who play Glinda, the Wicked Witch, the Lion, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, they are also people who are on the farm, so it's Ann M. It's Scarecrow is...
I'm Hunk.
Yes, Scarecrow's human name is Hunk. And so the way that our Dorothy and our Glinda have come together as friends through this cast, not just castmates, through our entire rehearsal process, that connection, that familial vibe, we've been, chanting as a family is our motto this entire show process. So the way that grows from the relationship that Anam has with Dorothy into how Dorothy interacts with Glinda just gives it more life, gives it more depth, more reality. So yeah, that's probably been the best part about it. Yeah.
How do people get tickets, Ace?
You can go online at palmbeachtheater.org and you can get tickets there. I believe
they're going to be $5 more expensive at the door, so plan properly, pay in advance.
And they sell out, so definitely get your tickets in advance.
Yeah, we squeezed in at the end. When is the opening night?
Opening night?
Friday night.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Friday, 2 days.
What time is it?
I'm sure it's an evening performance.
No, I know it's 6 o'clock, 7:30.
I don't know.
You got to find out. So go to the website and check it out. I wanted to ask, how many people are working on this particular project combined?
I want to say it's about 18 total. Yeah. That's 18. Including the production team, including everybody in the cast. It's been really tight knit, like Nick said. Even our Vicky Halmos is sewing together Munchkin costumes. Everybody's just trying to get the word out. Everybody's working on different props. I'm working on props and stuff. We're really hands-on with the show. And it's become a very personal project because, like I said, we're all going through a lot outside in the world, and we know that we need to step into this project and let our minds forget about that for a second and to actually just delve into such a fantasy. And I guess my favorite part would be that it's like non-judgmental. Like everybody's just been going through something, but they'll step in and we'll all be honest about that and we'll fully accept each other. We love each other very much. We love the story, and we love all these ideas that we're throwing into it. And the comedy, it's hilarious. There'll be something that we'll come up with and we'll just all laugh about it. And we'll be like, yeah, that definitely has to go in there. And we'll work really hard to put everybody's ideas into this. So it's been wonderful.
So you guys work on this design and the props and everything is in there all together collectively?
Correct. Yeah. Wow. And there's projections, there's puppets, there's
animations on the backdrop. There's the way we're doing the wizard head is going to be fantastic. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I want that to be a surprise. But it's going to be great. There's excuse me. But yeah, there's animations, there's backdrops, there's projections, there's so many puppets. So many puppets. So many costumes, so many colors. You forget how small that space that is. Yeah.
Wow. True. Sounds fantastic.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Get your tickets. Go to palmbeachtheater.org. Opening night is Friday night through March 6th. Their company always does such an incredible job, so check them out. And it's all about keeping the arts alive and really what messages lie within. It's a great show. I love the way you both have analyzed it for us because it's fantasy, but yet it's not. It's non-judgmental. It's coming to life. It's putting everything aside. You guys touched on so many things in the past 20 minutes. It's incredible. It's like it's a whole show unto itself. All right, more to come. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got Dana Sardano of the Ubuntu Room with us. Get your tickets. Wizard of Oz at the William G. Scaff Center, palmbeachtheater.org. And we will be right back.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
Welcome to Working Nurses Home Care, where your private care is our priority. We provide medical and supportive private duty care all under one agency serving Broward, Palm Beach, and the Treasure Coast. From long-term care and companionship to recovery support, our nurses, therapists, and home health aides are here for you. We accept most major insurances including United Medicare, Aetna, Humana, Oscar, Cigna, and Medicare. Count on us for care that you can trust. Call Broward at 954-916-7458 or Palm Beach at 561-409-0767. Visit us at www.workingnurseshomecare.com. At Working Nurses Home Care, we are here to serve and support.
Welcome to La Mesa Cafe Bistro, where every cup has a story. From freshly brewed coffee to comforting, flavorful dishes, it's the perfect place to slow down and savor the moment. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Tuesday to Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. Stop by and taste the difference at 48 Northeast 1st Avenue in Boca Raton.
Imagina que este es tu dinero y alguien te lo quiere quitar. ¿Quién es? El IRS. Adivina qué, quieren tu dinero y pueden tomarlo, todo si quieren. Entonces, ¿qué haces? Usted contraataca dejando que nuestro equipo de expertos lo resuelva con el IRS para poder conservar su dinero. Llame ahora mismo y aprende gratis cómo podemos ayudarte a volver a ponerlo en tu bolsillo. 5 minutos de tu tiempo pueden ahorrarte miles de dólares.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
February 25th is National Chocolate Covered Nut Day, the perfect reason to enjoy one of life's most satisfying treats. It's hard to believe that nearly 100 years have passed since chocolate-covered peanuts were first sold, yet these sweet and crunchy delights remain just as popular today. Chocolate alone is a favorite for many, but combined with nuts, whether peanuts, almonds, cashews, hazelnuts, or even dried apricots, it creates a flavor and texture that's truly irresistible. This day celebrates these delicious treats, enjoyed by people of all ages. Whether you savor them straight from the bag, add them to a dessert, or share them with friends, chocolate-covered nuts are a timeless indulgence. National Chocolate Covered Nut Day is the perfect opportunity to enjoy a little sweetness and try new nutty combinations.
Welcome to today's segment on the Brooklyn Cafe Show. This segment is going to be about different types of motivation. Motivation can be in 4 different types, besides the obvious positive and negative types of motivation. There are also extrinsic or intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation comes from outside of you. It comes from external sources and is closely connected to ambition. Things like a work bonus, parental recognition, a job promotion, or test rewards are all forms of extrinsic motivation. Now, intrinsic motivation comes from within yourself. It comes from your internal interests and passions. This can be a desire to make an impact through art, create something beautiful in crafts, or perform at the highest levels in a lone dance. You don't practice the craftsmanship because someone is telling you to do so. You do it because it's something fulfilling to you and the action gives you joy. It makes you want to do your best work, and you sometimes can't always explain why. That's intrinsic motivation, and it's associated with passion. The more known, positive motivation is when you do something because you have an incentive. This is the promise of a benefits, or like going above and beyond at work to earn a big promotion. The opposite is negative motivation, as it involves avoiding consequences. Some examples are children with the motivation to finish chores in order to avoid losing allowance. Intrinsic motivators can be positive, like new opportunities of learning, or negative with fear as the motivator. Fear and threats can motivate in the short term, but may backfire, leading to self-doubt and paralysis. In general, over the long run, positive motivation is more effective in achieving the goals you set for yourself. So, look to your motivation and find what yours is defined by. It's essential to choose your motivators carefully and focus on what drives you to achieve your goals. Thank you for listening in at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Check out our YouTube/Facebook and Oldies Radio on 95.3 FM for more informative and joyful conversations.
On February 25, 1940, the first televised National Hockey League game aired on New York's W2XBS, the experimental station operated by NBC to test emerging TV technology. On February 25, 1962, Wilt Chamberlain once again dominated the scoreboard, racking up 67 points against the New York Knicks at the Philadelphia Civic Center. On February 25, 1964, 22-year-old Muhammad Ali, then still fighting under his birth name, Cassius Clay, stunned the boxing world by defeating heavyweight champion Sonny Liston via 7th-round technical knockout in Miami Beach. The 23rd Annual Grammy Awards were held on February 25, 1981, honoring the best recordings, compositions, and artists of 1980. At the ceremony, Christopher Cross won Record of the Year for his smooth, soft rock hit, Sailing, which had become a defining song of the era. On February 25, 1987, the NCAA suspended the Southern Methodist University football program for the 1987 season due to repeated rules violations, though it stopped short of imposing the full death penalty.
The Emerald Coast Boat and Lifestyle Show is returning on March 6th through the 8th of this year. To those who don't know, the Emerald Coast Boat and Lifestyle Show is an event that combines traditional boat show exhibits with broader coastal culture experiences. Boats of all kind usually show up. This event is happening at Aaron Besant Park in Panama City Beach, Florida. Tickets can be bought online or at the gate, but it's often cheaper to buy the tickets online. But it's more than just boats. You'll also see outdoor gear, marine electronics, food trucks, and entertainment.
When you go to the movie theater, you buy popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to eat something while you are being entertained and learning something.
Yeah.
So the next lady up, I got to have that she brought in, by the way.
Except you're eating the baked ziti with your hand.
Well, there's only one way of eating baked ziti. Baked ziti must be eaten with the hands.
It is delicious.
It is. Well, you eat with your hands all the time.
Did you learn anything from The Wizard of Oz?
I did.
Dana says she had never really embraced the political satire of what it is also.
And apparently that's what it is.
Interesting, right?
Phenomenal.
Through art, much can be put forward. It's so interesting.
Yes, Lucy, through art, too much can
All
be.
right, you ready? It is Wednesday. We're talking our throat chakra with Prado and Freddie. I am honest with myself and others and speak and live authentically. So throat chakra, which means it's time for Dana Sardano of the Ubuntu Room.
This segment has been sponsored by the Ubuntu Room. Come join Dana Sardano as she offers life-changing advice that will affect the spiritual, emotional, and physical aspects of your being. Within her easily available writings, you will find the solution you need for your problems. Tune in to the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is the Ubuntu Room. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. For those of you who are new to who I am and what I do, the Ubuntu Room is a place where we talk all things personal empowerment, all things spiritual development, and everything that falls in between. It's where we recognize that the power is in our hands to create the lives that we desire, and that personal empowerment and spiritual development are actually very much intertwined. And each of us on our own journey of self-discovery falls somewhere on that spectrum. It's my hope that by having these conversations, maybe I meet you where you fall, and perhaps we travel together. So today we have moved into the cool colors. We are talking throat chakra. Throat chakra located in the throat, represented in blue, and the greatest age of resonance is 28 to 35. Now, I'm not wearing my trusty chakra shirt today because I was freezing my bippies off again this morning, but you'll have to trust me when I tell you it's blue and it's located here. Last several weeks, we've been talking about the foundational chakras: root, sacral, solar plexus, safety, security, grounding, empowerment, creativity. And last week, we talked heart chakra, loving without condition or expectation, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness. And today, throat chakra, again, represented in blue right here. So the aspects of the throat chakra, when the throat chakra is balanced, are all about proper communication, speaking respectfully, good listening, setting proper boundaries, integrity, speaking the truth, honesty. But the big one, I think, is living authentically. Living authentically from the heart space, knowing who you are, solar plexus, embracing that, heart chakra, and expressing that to the world. Now, when it's imbalanced, you tend to be intolerant to other people's opinions. Maybe even your communication skills are aggressive or non-existent. You may lack integrity, and not because even you're intentionally dishonest, but if you don't mean what you say and say what you mean, there is a lack of integrity there. And inauthenticity, and not embracing your trueness, and not, and like I said, and not bringing it from the heart space. The sense of, like I said, inauthenticity, inability to express who you truly are is pretty profound when you have an imbalanced throat chakra. Now, Dawn had mentioned earlier about thyroid disease, and thyroid is, inactive or any kind of thyroid disease is really, really common, especially in women. And I truly believe that that is a manifestation of the stunted energy center, because people, again, mostly women, have developed a fearfulness or a self-doubt in expressing themselves. So to all you women who are taking your Synthroid, look at your throat chakra, and maybe you could bring that into balance yourself. But again, I want to zone in on the authenticity. The funny thing is about authenticity is I always thought, I'm authentic because I say what's on my mind, like I'm just being real. But when authenticity isn't, or speaking your mind isn't connected to an open heart space, to a balanced heart chakra, it's really it's dictated by ego, by an imbalanced solar plexus chakra. So really, again, they go hand in hand. In order to live in truth, to speak and to be authentic, it comes from this open heart space. And it comes from alleviating fear and self-doubt and shame and questions about identity. And of course, I'm going to share something personal, so sit tight. But, I often bring up the times in the gallery. I owned and ran Ubuntu Fish Gallery from 2019 to 2023. And when I opened the doors to the gallery, which was an art gallery and intuitive lounge, I had already had several layers of a spiritual awakening under my belt and was very much aware of my intuitive nature. But when I gathered, I call them my unicorns, when I gathered my intuitive friends and my artistic friends, and it really was a sea of intuitives and a couple of artists, I identified as the artist. There was something about going public, about my intuitive nature, about my spirituality, and my woo that was uncomfortable for me. And it took those years in the gallery, it took a lot of self-exploration for me to realize that I carried insecurity about it. I carried shame even, self-doubt. I really had to nail down who I was and embrace that, again, heart chakra, in order for me to express that to the world. And when I did that, I was heightened to a whole new level of authenticity. And you know what else I learned, or what I realized in this experience of my really embracing my weird and openly expressing it to the world? Now I'm talking aliens, I'm talking with channels, I'm doing all sorts of weird stuff because I know who I am and I do embrace that. But what I realized was that external validation that I was worried about, solar plexus chakra, no longer mattered. And the people who weren't ready to speak their truth and live in their truth are actually repelled by me. Like, I know this and I get this, but I'm okay with that. But those who are living authentically and ready to live in their truth are attracted to me. And what happens is, when you realize that and you're willing to embrace who you are and bring it to the world, you meet your people. And we're all looking to meet our people. So, find your truth, embrace your truth, and go find your people. But with that said, before I go, I want to break out my Ubuntu Girls Guide to I keep wanting to call them my Soul Traveler cards. That's a whole nother deck. But I have introduced these cards, and each of these Ubuntu Girls is an aspect of self, an aspect that corresponds with our chakra system. So today I picked two girls that I wanted to share with you because they correspond with the throat chakra. The first one is blue. Yeah. And as I've mentioned before, each girl comes with like 4 cards, and I have like tips and tools and reflective questions and things like that. But I just want to share Blue's message. It's respect yourself. And this is all about choosing people who choose you, setting proper boundaries, keeping to those boundaries. Very, very important throat chakra aspect. I have her behind me too. I just go the wrong way. There she is. And the other one, and this is the one that I want to zone in on a little bit. This is Stash. And her message is, speak your truth and live authentically. And even though there's 4 cards, and like I said, tips and tools and so on and so forth, feel free to go over to my website if they speak to you. But I just want to share 2 of them with you today. The first one, oh, by the way, get your notebook. We talked about this. Get your notebook, write this down, and I want you to do some reflective questioning, because this is really how you get to the soul of things. So the first question is, are you living authentically? Ask yourself the following questions. Is the world seeing the real me? What do I believe about myself that creates reservations about bringing my true self to the world? What are my natural proclivities, my greatest gifts, the things that come most naturally to me? Am I comfortable sharing my gifts with the world? If not, why is that? And then there's a note on the bottom. How can you expect to live fully and authentically if you are keeping the best parts of you hidden? Because the one thing that I learned, especially when I embraced my weird and released the fear and the self-doubt and brought it to the world, my giftedness, whatever that looks like, expanded exponentially. And again, we're going to talk about the third eye chakra, which is all about discernment, imagination, intuition, all that. We're going to talk about the crown chakra in the next couple weeks. But when I embraced this blew up. And when this blows up, then things get interesting. And I want to leave you with one more. Hot tip. Hot tip. Don't shrink to fit in. Stop downplaying your greatness, that who you truly are, to make others more comfortable. True authenticity means showing up fully as yourself. And there's a quote on the bottom that I just want to share with you. It is our heartfelt honesty that allows another into our world. And by doing so, we build the foundation for our understanding of our oneness. For we can only live in unity when we commit to living in our truth. And that is an excerpt from You've Cracked the Code, The Woo Is You, written by Dana Sardano. Skedaddle over to my website, check it out. And with that said, as always, thank you for joining me. Do your homework, you be you, boo, and Ubuntu.
You be you, Ubuntu. There's so many things to unpack on this.
Well, I got a question.
This was for you.
I got a question. Before we get to you, I got a question. So from what I'm getting is you should speak your mind, speak your power, don't be afraid. But you touched on something that's really important. Surrounding yourself with people who understand what it is that you're about. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so because Ray Lewis, again, linebacker for the Ravens, he preaches on that. He says, you know, we all have a negative impact in us. We can always pick to go in that direction. It's our choice. And if you're surrounded by people that constantly influence you in that direction, you're going to make that choice because you think it's the right choice. So my question here is, to speak your mind, would you go against the grain and tell those this is not the way it be? Or do you just walk away from that group and find another?
So I say speak your mind, but if people aren't connecting, you can't force anybody. I had to learn that the hard way. No, you have to do it this way. You have to, remember, I taught kids for years. You know what I mean? You try to convince people. Convincing and proving anything is all solar plexus. It's all imbalanced solar plexus. When you truly know who you are and you are confident and you are stable in that, you no longer have to do that. So you speak your mind. When people don't connect, you mosey on. And the people that get you, that hear you, that see you, will find you. My sitting here with you guys is living proof of that.
Do you really think you either, see, there's so many things, because then it talks about Lorena, like when you speak your authentic self, it doesn't mean you have to be mean to people and say, this is
all of those things. Oh, I'm like sitting here touching my
They're
mic
telling me I
again.
have to go to commercial break. That might be why. So
see you later.
Hang tight. Hold on. We got to take a quick hard break. We'll be right back.
Looking for bold, authentic flavor? Step into Bramer's Brazilian cuisine, where the vibrant taste of Brazil meets your favorite American classics. From savory churrasco to juicy burgers, every dish is made with passion. Hosting a party or a special event? We cater all occasions with incredible food that leaves a lasting impression. Our Boynton Beach location offers generous seating with a separate dining area for bigger parties. Come visit us in person today at 1035 Gateway Boulevard, number 201, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. Contact us by phone at 561-272-6377. Enjoy the Brazilian taste. Enjoy the Bramer's taste.
Imagine this. A loved one, a son or a daughter, has just suffered from a life-threatening accident. They're transported to a state trauma hospital, and despite being in the care of professional physicians, they tragically pass away due to preventable medical errors. As if this was not tragic enough, then finding out that legal statutes in the state of Florida devalue your loved one's life to zero. This is what we are fighting against. Come join Edward Salazar as he discusses the issues surrounding free kill laws and how to resolve them. Catch The Fight Against Free Kill Laws with Ed Salazar on Monday, 5 p.m. on all social media. Learn who we are and join our cause today.
RCCA has a team of specialized therapists to treat a wide array of injuries and conditions, including balance issues, back pain, fall prevention techniques, joint replacements, and stroke rehab. Our therapists at RCCA help adults reclaim their strength and flexibility, allowing them to return to their hobbies and sports. We tailor treatment to return our patients to activities they love, such as croquet, gym workouts, golf, pickleball, and tennis. Our state-of-the-art equipment and therapists ensure that there is something here for everyone.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest get tacked on, and now you're struggling just to make the minimum due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because we've personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by up to 50% and stop the late fees if you qualify. Please call our special debt hotline number right now for a completely free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call now.
Call 866-307-7152.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, we're back now. You can hear us.
We're going to have to, I might have reset the whole soundboard. See what happens when I speak my truth? I told you. I told you earlier. I blow out soundboards, apparently.
Don't go that way. Just don't do that.
So for those of you that missed our audio, I want Dana just to, I don't even know where we were when we were talking about it.
Oh, I know. So you were asking me about you were clarifying that when you say I'm speaking my truth, it doesn't mean that you're coming in like a bulldozer, like keeping it real.
The hammer, yeah.
And what I was explaining was that's why all of the chakras in alignment are essential in order to speak your truth, because if they are out of alignment, you will be the bulldozer, or it will come from ego, it will come from a place of anger, insecurity, or self-doubt, or any of those things. But if you have an open heart, it has to come with compassion. It will always come with compassion.
Wait, Dana, I got a question. So if I tell somebody the truth about something, my left ear.
What's wrong with your face?
saying that I shouldn't say this. Okay, if I tell someone the truth,
yes,
and they take it as an insult,
yes,
is that my fault?
No, of course
not. Is it their fault?
I don't think it's about fault. I think it's about
somebody's responsible for how they feel. Themselves, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. So it really doesn't matter if I tell the truth from my heart, if I say it from my heart, if I'm telling you something that's honest, and they take it a different way, and the crying and the this or the that, or they get violent or whatever, that's because that's who they are, no? It's not who I am.
It's their reaction to you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So sometimes we're surrounded by people who are jealous, angry, whatever you want to use, whatever adverb, verb, whatever it is that you want to use.
Adjective?
And you say the right thing, and it becomes like you're lighting a match to a TNT stick. And they're not coming at you because of what you said. They're coming at you because they don't understand who they are.
Yes. Yes, all the things.
So that's why you're Chalker. You should tell the truth, no? You should always be true.
Speak in love. And sometimes people don't want to hear what the truth is.
That's
right?
yeah.
Because they're like, no. And if they react in a negative way, it's because you're hitting the nail on the head and they're like.
And that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, sometimes I get abused, I get screamed at, you know, even the kids make fun of me. Okay. That's okay. That doesn't bother me because you're actually hearing me. Because if it didn't bother you, then you wouldn't be hearing me. So I think that the message I'm getting for today, with all this blue hair all over the place, is that you speak your truth and don't worry about being a hammer. You just worry about being truthful. Because if you do that, no matter what you do, you're way ahead of the game. I know you don't know. This is why I'm saying it.
Truth and love. I think there has to be love involved in truth.
Compassion when you speak.
Right, exactly. Because it may be a hard conversation.
It's not like, oh, you know, your ankles might be fat, but by the way, your ankles are really freaking fat.
Meanwhile, I thought she was gorgeous. I said
like
her
that.
ankles look swollen. I didn't say fat. You put that in there. And she says, yes, I was walking a lot yesterday, but happy birthday to you too. No, and that was Jen G that I said it to. But I meant that out of love. I says, you know, your feet look a little swollen.
Did you see Jen G?
No, this was a long time ago. This was in his greeting card collection that we're putting together.
Oh, Lord.
What's
But I
wrong with
didn't-
your face? Happy birthday.
What happened? You didn't get any sleep
Getting
last
older.
night.
What happened? Your eyes are puffy. You didn't sleep last night? Oh, happy birthday. Things that you say with compassion.
Oh, the only one that understands
Or
me is
just
Dana.
don't say it at all.
Dana, save me, Dana.
What did I just walk in?
But I'm not saying it out of hate. I'm just wondering if did you sleep last night? You're having a hard day today. Are your ankles that fat normally? You know?
always speak your truth.
Apparently, it's yeah.
You know what, Freddie? You know, there's a level of integrity involved in all of this as well. And, you know, I worked in a school, a parochial school for a long time, and there was a lot of everybody was just couching what they were saying and trying to spare feelings. And there's an imbalance there because there's no truth. And then you don't know who you can trust because people are just saying what you want to hear.
Right.
And again, back to with speaking your truth with compassion, people respect that. And people respect your integrity, and they're more likely to receive the information from you, even if they don't like it. And those in your circles, if they're not receiving it, like I said, I repel people. If they're not receiving it and you're coming from a place of honesty and compassion and authenticity, then you are misaligned. That's all that is. And then either you part ways or they have to raise their frequency, raise their frequency
Do you really think
to where you
repel
are.
people? I don't think
I
so.
repel people who are not able to receive honesty.
In what way? Like, I can't hang with Dana? Like, really repel? Or like, I don't know if I agree, repel.
You know, I think about the days, again, at the gallery, and a lot of people cycle through there, a lot of people who talk the talk and don't walk the walk. Yeah. And again, there is a lack of integrity there is a dishonesty there. So what happens is, and however it manifests, whatever situation happens that you go by the wayside, the story on the other end is always Dana is a fill in the blank. We kind of talked about this once a few weeks back. I remember we were sitting over there because I'm Rain Man. But we were talking about this, and I was like, people, if they're not willing to be honest with themselves, first and foremost, then they are not going to be able to see clearly. And so they're going to walk away as the victim. Right. So when I say I repel people, not in the way you would think, you know what I mean? Okay. But I think the people who who are repelled, for lack of a better way of putting it,
jive with you.
Don't get it.
Not stick around.
I want to
be around because they're not in alignment, because they're not living in authenticity.
I want to be the president of your Repel Club. I love Repel. I love it because they're listening. They just don't know how to do something.
You plant the seed too.
Oh,
you don't know.
I'm the seed man.
You don't know. You can plant a seed when you tell somebody, with love and compassion, the truth. You're planting a seed. That doesn't mean they didn't receive it. They may have received it in a negative way, but go away and start to think about it. Because I've had people say things to me, and I'm like, okay, well, let me think about that. And was that the truth? And if it is, then I can grow from that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a readiness. It's all about readiness.
But I love to repel. You make me the president of your Repel Club.
Okay.
Because the more they repel, the more they're learning. And the more they're learning, eventually, they're going to come around, because everybody always comes around. And they're going to say, you know something? I thought about what you said, and you were right. And it's not about being right or wrong, like you said before. It's that sometimes people need to fight truth because they've been lied to so long.
Yeah.
That the truth doesn't seem logical. It seems illogical.
Well, look at the world.
That's right. Illogical will take you further than the logic.
Look at American Idol when there's people up there thinking they can sing and people are telling them, oh, yeah, their family, oh, you're amazing. And then you're like, really? Why would you lie to someone?
Well, because singing comes in many fashions. When I sing, I should be an American Idol. Am I going to make ears bleed? Absolutely.
Yep.
But
me too.
But I'm up there. But you're up there. And all you need is that 2 minutes of fame and say, I did it. And moving on and going on. Because it doesn't really matter so much whether they think you can sing. In your heart, you think you can. That's why every time I come in here, I tell people, come and sing. I will listen. Maybe you're afraid that nobody else will. That's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. When you paint and you do things that have movement, maybe I see it, maybe you don't. That's okay. Because it begins with one. You know how you fill a bucket of water? How do you fill a bucket with water?
Drop at a time.
That's right. So all you need is one.
But I think, Dana, it's such a bigger conversation that people can start where they are, right? Everyone says, I'll meet you where you're at. But really start with where you are. And if you feel as if you're not speaking your truth, even to that one person, you can actually say how you feel, then it's a start. And maybe it's a little bit at a time. It's never like a sledgehammer. I know you think I am. But now actually, I don't say a lot when I'm not here. But they'll come and say, I need your opinion on this. I'm like, what just happened? You really want my opinion?
15 years, and the only thing she remembers me saying is that she speaks like a sledgehammer. Really? Maybe I didn't mean it that way.
I know you didn't. But eventually it does sink in, but you have to be who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, not be afraid of that. And if you are afraid to really be who you are and bring it to the world in a way unapologetically, then you need to look at where your self-doubt comes from. For a lot of years, I was stifled. And we've talked about this. I had thyroid cancer when I was 25 years old. And I strongly believe that I was so stifled that everything I did that was of me I was told was wrong. And so I began to, doubt myself and keep myself to myself, if that makes sense. And I believe it manifested here. And I think many of us are doing that, and we don't even realize it goes back to, the things we hear in our head. Your voice doesn't matter, or shut your mouth, or you talk too much, or whatever it is we're told, or messages we're receiving at a young age. And then we grow up afraid to really bring it to the world. So I had to work through all that self-doubt and work through the insecurities and realize it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or any kind of external validation, because I know I'm awesome, and I know that what I'm doing is just the truest form of who I am, and I'm proud to bring that to the world, and that is authenticity, and that is why people who get it are like moths to a flame, because they want what I'm having. You know what I mean?
I love that, because in our business we get to say to people, check this out. Here's doing the book. It took 7 years, whatever it takes, and she comes out and she does her thing, and I don't have to say a word. I just got to show it. Here it is. Sure. And you take Brooklyn over there. She came in here learning, right? She comes and she learns and she does. And if you watch her on remotes, I don't got to say a word. Just watch it. Because sometimes people will argue with you. No, it doesn't do. This is the way it is. You're supposed to do it this way. A lot of suppose. Just watch. Because we have so many shows we've done so many interviews. All I got to do is, hey, Dawn, can you stand over there in front of a camera and just do 5 minutes? And that's all I got to do. Dana, I just need 3 minutes. That's all I need. Just do what you do. And you never have to fight for people to listen, because you got something on your side a lot of people wish they had. Yeah. You got them. They're your army. You ain't got to argue. They do it. They do it every week. They do it every year. It may take 7 years. It may take 4 years. But when they do it, then you get to see what I've witnessed. And that's the amazing aspect of what we do in here. That's why it's different. So you ain't got to worry about sledgehammers and screwdrivers and none of that.
You be you.
Drill bits.
You be you.
You be you and to you. Oh wait, it's more. It's you be you and to you. Ubuntu.
Jesus Christ.
You got that. Just
You
saying.
got to make a shirt.
Write it in your notebook.
You be you and to you, Ubuntu.
Good stuff.
Ubuntu Fish Gallery. All right, you can find Dana Sardano at dana@ubuntufishgallery.com. Yes, Gabe, we will send her show. And Dawn, before we wrap up, what's happening for today?
Okay, so today I have Reverend D. She flew in from North Carolina with her husband. We've talked on the phone a couple times, texted back and forth. She's an amazing woman. I can't wait to meet her. Paula Applegate is the one that connected me to her. So you'll have to tune in at 3 o'clock to learn about her faith story. She has a lot of them. She's all kinds of different pastors with different churches, but she was also a correctional officer for men, male, and she wrote male and female, but men and women. I think they're more younger kids. So I'm sure she has amazing stories to share.
People's lives are just amazing.
Tell me about it.
What they have been through, what they go through, where they end up, their stories.
It's incredible, and I love that I have the opportunity to do this each and every week, because it's such a powerful show each week.
And I bet if you asked them, would you have changed your past to where you are now? I bet most would say no.
No, because you are who you are today because of what you walked through.
Correct.
I wouldn't change anything either, even though it took me 7 years.
7's a good number. Don't we put wine away for 7 years and then it's delicious?
Would you change anything in your past where you are now?
Absolutely not.
See, because it's made you the man you are now.
Well, there are things that I think about and I make fun of, but absolutely.
Yeah.
Not.
But that's okay.
It's been a learning experience.
Yeah. Everything's a learning experience, whether it was a good experience or a bad experience. You learn more from the bad experiences than the good.
They just hit you over the head harder.
Yeah.
You remember when we went down to, where was south of us?
Fort Lauderdale, the train.
No.
Miami,
The city, the next city. Hillsborough.
It's like
Hillsborough.
Like,
the coffee place.
And we went to the coffee house.
Yeah.
The Rose.
Something like
Modern
that.
Rose.
Modern Rose.
I knew there was
they
Rose in it.
moved.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I told you this, Atlantic Avenue, south of Atlantic. All right, so I went in there, and the guy says, I remember you. And I go, yeah. He says, you're with that doing the book lady, the lady with the rose. So they remember your rose.
Yeah.
When we went there that day.
That's awesome.
I thought it was amazing. And then they gave me a tour of the place, and there was this big table they sat me on. It was unbelievable. But it's funny because you were talking about, I think this Reverend somehow in my life, I saw her picture. I've met her.
Met who?
The Reverend you have coming in.
Oh, you've seen her before?
I don't know.
She used to be down here, I believe, but then they moved to North Carolina, but they're relocating back to South Florida.
No. All I know is that when I saw her, it came at me like a box of bricks. Do you remember the lady that we interviewed one time, and she flew down from the Carolinas? And she came in with her suitcase from the airport.
iHeart, yeah.
At iHeart Radio. And I said to her, "Are you leaving?" She says, "Oh no, I just flew down." I said, "We were going to do it on video, a VMix call."
She flew in for the
She
dance.
says, "Oh no, I flew for the show."
That's so awesome.
Remember that?
Yep.
And I said, "Are they closing your suitcase?" I couldn't believe it. But this lady that you have coming on,
Reverend
maybe
D.
I don't know her at all.
Yeah.
But when I saw
She
her,
looks
I said,
familiar.
I think I know her.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. She's really incredible. I remember one morning I'm in prayer and I never answer my phone. I always have it on silent. And I was praying about something. I can't remember specifically what it was, but when I felt God telling me to pick up the phone, and she was actually confirming what I was praying about. I was like, shut up. You know, I mean, because I never do that. I'm always like, well, I can wait. And then I call people back. But in that moment, I knew I was supposed to answer it. And it was like God saying, yes, Dawn, yes, do that. You know? I'm like, okay.
Things happen mysteriously.
And look who walks in the door.
That man called me at 6 o'clock this
Mystery
morning.
man himself, Dana.
He called me at 6. I know that your watch is on maybe some other time zone. It was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Galactic time zone.
And Linda says, "Who's calling you at 6 in the morning?" It says Russ. And I didn't even look at my phone. It says, "It's Russ."
Oh my gosh, that's so early. But you're probably up earlier than that, right?
He called me at 6, and my son Gio called me at 6:03.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And I had him on the phone, and I tried to call Gio back, and he didn't pick up. Probably to tell me it's Freddie's birthday. Yes, Gio, I know it's Freddie's birthday. I got to call. But he calls me at 6 in the morning. He calls me at midnight. He calls me at 3 in the morning. It's always Russ. I go. So one day, I got to answer it because I don't know where. He may be going to Jupiter for all I know, right? Yeah. And I don't mean I don't mean Northern Jupiter. I mean
How are you?
Good, Dana. Good. Or Arcturus. I guess I don't want you to talk about that either.
Yeah.
All right. Dana, if anyone wants Prada, like my
Pravda.
shoes.
Pravda means truth.
Pravda? Ah, interesting. Speak your truth. I want one. We'll get this over to you. Crystals, the mug, the bookmark. I am honest with myself and others and speak and live authentically. Amen to that. Live your truth. All right, ready to wrap this up?
Ready to wrap it up.
And all of Dana's artwork that you see on set or anything in the studio is for sale as the original that you see it. Prints. She's also available for commission pieces. So how do they reach you? Also for Anne Marie's show that we played yesterday.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to get in touch with her, how do they reach you?
Oh yeah, if you're interested in speaking to Anne Marie, having a session with her, just go you could either find me on social media and DM me, but the easiest way is go to ubuntufishgallery.com and just contact me and I will set you up. I'm like her manager. And as far as my stuff, same. My gallery, it's right there in front of me.
Amazing. All right.
Lorena Anderson wants one, so she wins.
All right, you got it, Lorena. It's all yours.
Oh, sweet.
We will give it to her when we see her. All right, tune in today to Faith Stories coming at 3 o'clock with Dawn DeMarco book. You be you and to you, Ubuntu. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Check out The Wizard of Oz. Starts on Friday for 3 weekends at the William G. Scaff Center in West Palm Beach. If you never analyzed The Wizard of Oz, what a great story to think about. I bet Russell knows all the intricacies of it.
Everything.
I know.
He knows everything. He's all-knowing.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Tell them when you go see The Wizard of Oz that you saw it here on the cafe. You saw them on here. Maybe they give you a cup of coffee.
Check it out. Have a great day, everyone.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.